EA Sports brings you to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford.
Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the New York Jets. Evan McPherson has this one teed up,
and off we go from MetLife Stadium.
Xavier Gipson now from his end zone. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the...
Okay, give some credit to the team covering the kick, but boy, what was he thinking? Stay in the end zone, take the knee, and help out your offense. Instead, you put your team in a really precarious position.
They'll start on the ground. Hall.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
On first down, right back to Hall. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And fights through one man. And they'll get him down here at about the 42.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3.
Now a play fake. Rodgers.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. To throw, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. On first down, Rodgers. Touchdown! Randall Cobb, a 24-yard touchdown.
And the Jets go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Rodgers will throw for it. Completed the run, and he will get in to make it 8-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. Again, it's Mixon. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Now it's Burrow.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Jets are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Now Hall to start the drive.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Rolling to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. On play action. Now Rodgers. Open man here is Coughlin. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Rodgers to throw. And that is incomplete. On the coverage, a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Open man, here's Cobb. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 34-yard line. On play action, Rodgers. And he's got his man on the out route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Rodgers to throw once more. Flushed out right. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, a 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Jets have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack. And they fail on the try for 2. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And they're able to return this all the way up to the 45.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So a decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Looking deep here for Chase.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Looking deep here for Chase.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Looking deep here for Chase. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 41. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think of the...
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Rodgers.
This one finds Wilson downfield.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Rodgers now on 1st down.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. That is incomplete.
Well, the first two drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
And able to find out on Lazard. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 19. On play action, it's Rodgers. And it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Aaron Rodgers hitting Alan Lazard. And the Jets take a 3-touchdown lead. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will dive into the end zone, and a 2-point conversion is successful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for a sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's going to
What the shit?
For the 3rd time thus far. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
God.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He finds Wilson. 34 yards that time. To throw is Rodgers.
And check down, complete to Hall.
Touchdown! Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Jets are able to add on to their first-half lead.
They'll look to throw. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because it's back in the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Fighting through.
Jermaine Johnson there to bring him down. From the 25, here's 2nd down and 8.
Here's Burrow.
That one taken in by T. Higgins. And Higgins is going to have a Bengals 1st down as the tackle made up around the 33-yard line. Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now Burrow. In trouble, and he's taken down.
Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. A big play there on the catch and run. 66 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. That's complete right around the 8. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that will bring up 2nd down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow to Mixon on the check down. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Play action. It's Burrow. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Burrow looking to pass. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Drew Sample from 6 yards away. And the Bengals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
And the Jets have got it. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may send that they look like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
On first down, Rodgers. Flushed, and a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. On 2nd down, a run to Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up 4th down.
They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for him because you don't want to go on auto.
Oh, God.
Going to be intercepted yet again. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. He may go. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick 6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're... And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Jets are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Rodgers now on first down. Caught left side by Cobb. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots it.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Able to find the open man. That's complete. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Here's Rodgers. Who dumps this one off here to Hall.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field. Those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal pushes him back big time. And now you figure the field goal team coming on 4th. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bengals drive about to get going. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner down. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Buying time to his left. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Dumps it off to Mixon, and they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They call it a loss of a yard there. And it'll be 4th down. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught by Cobb. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Rodgers now on 1st down. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And Wilson with it, complete. And he's brought down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. Now Rodgers going right back to Wilson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here,
This one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around.
And now here is another interception. Sauce Gardner picks it off. Down the right sideline. He may go. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a jet touchdown. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on a two-point try. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know, do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Looking deep here for Chase.
It's caught inside the 25. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Here we go.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Bengals are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. And the Jets have got it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Timeout called for by the offense. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in the second half.
Good.
A first throw for the backup Wilson. Being chased out left. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Where the fuck is he going?
Give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice
He's
gain.
up.
They'll run with Hall. And he has the first down as he's able to reach the ball forward and get past the line to gain. Now Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 12-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line. Play action. It's Wilson. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Randall Cobb. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Jets will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for him, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really...
There he goes, right side.
Big strides. Look at him go. He may go.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Tanner Hudson, 84 yards. And the Bengals are able to cut into that deficit.
When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches, and the 2-point attempt is turned aside. And the Jets have got it. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Here's Wilson.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that were not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Mixon with a 1st down carry. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Mixon running right. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Mixon will try the right side. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with 3rd down coming up. Burrow will throw. Touchdown, Bengals!
Jamar Chase on a touchdown throw for Joe Burrow. And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, It actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense. They made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. This is caught. All that for a 2-yard gain, second down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll try to run with Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
I'm wondering.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the it's
caught inside the 25. A big play there for Cincinnati. 52 yards.
A gain of 52 yards.
A handoff to Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
Here we go.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
11.
They'll give it to Mixon. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Again, it's Mixon. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
And he will find the end zone again, so he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, and that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Jets have got it. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Flushed out right.
And this one too low. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. This offense so far on third down, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 10. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Play action. Now Wilson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Sam Hubbard in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Here we go.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Burrow looking to pass. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Burrow's throw into the hands of Sample.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Burrow. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Wilson wants to throw it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack.
Wilson now throwing on 3rd and long. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now it's Wilson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get him down